Hello there.
GG. So it is indeed possible to eat and play. But when? That's another
I'm getting a custom battle error. Oh, there we go. Okay.
It's this.
Hazu, pick them up. Link is posted in show match info.
This is the 7th match, right?
This is the 7th battle. So if Team Weeps win this battle, we're finishing it at that. And if members win, it's going to be 1-1 and we're going to play one more tiebreaker.
You don't control me.
Yeah, I
this
do.
will be the last match for me.
Okay, Hazu. Pick them up.
Rubicon.
Pick them up that
Oh, wait.
exists in matchmaking.
Something else. I know. Passage of Augustus. Okay.
Passage of Augustus again. Okay, join in. We still have 4 spots. How do you swear in Chinese French? Ooh, Hubert, a very vulgar language.
No, man. Turtles is apparently
Game is done. Actually, Mr.
2 more spots. What is it?
Can I change it to
French roll
Alpis
in
Graia?
100.
You can change it to Alpis
roll.
Graia.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I was about to say if I roll 100, I have the right to say turtles, and I just did roll 100. Fuck you all.
Okay, so we're playing 8v8, or are there still people trying to join in?
No, there should be.
I guess we're playing 8v8. Okay.
This time we did roll
Hazu on the right team, Schmerch on the left team. Okay, perfect. Schmerch, you pick one. You can't pick Hazu. So let me change the layout.
Pope.
1, 0. Some sweeps. Okay, Pope. He's on the right team. Okay, Pope, ready up. And Hazu pick 2.
Nexus Falksgod? Is he here? Yeah, he is here.
Yeah.
Oh, Scott.
Yeah.
Oh, he's all the way. Okay, yep. Ready up.
I think. Okay.
Schmerch, pick 2.
Astolfo and
Okay, stuff on the right team. And
Mishat.
Mishet. Please ready up. That's all for Mishet.
gang.
Okay. Hazu.
Kiwi Pardonum.
Eevee and Pardon is on the right team. Okay, ready up. Schmerch, pick 2.
Mark.
Mark and
Gilbert.
Nubert. Okay. Ready up, Nubert. And Hazu pick 2.
George.
I've been picked.
George and you're not in the weak
Rainfire.
team. Rainfire. Okay, he's on the right team. George, Rainfire, ready up. George is a member now. And Schmerch, pick 2.
Vatros.
Yeah, he's on the right team. And
French boy.
French. Okay, so
Oh, French boy.
Corwin is going to team.
Sorry, I don't like
Weeps. No, members.
I rolled 100, so we'll win. Don't worry, guys.
Hacks.
They've lost.
I don't see
Aren't
you
we
rolling 100.
missing someone now?
No.
You didn't see it. You didn't want the chat.
Okay, guys, go to respective channels.
Oh, never mind. Yeah.
Yeah, everything is okay. Go.
What? The lobby
What?
crashed?
What? Fucking hell. Okay, let's go back.
Derpity derp 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 derp.
GG, boys.
Yeah.
It was close
That
one.
was fast. I'm out.
You guys seem like
Okay, I hope you guys remember in which team you were.
I didn't even know.
Well,
You were
should.
not
I
on
know
my
I was
team.
on the left side. That's all I know.
Whoops.
Yes, sweeps are on the left side, members are on the right side.
I'm on the right side. I switched team, guys. I'm Italian.
I'm on the right side as well.
Also, I'm first.
Good switch.
And the link is posted in So Much Info. Please join in fast. And yeah, if you knew in which team you were, go already to that channel.
Mishatko team 1. French boy team 1.
I'd like to be team 1 as well.
No. Yeah, you are.
Yeah, what's
So go.
I mean, you can go watch VOD and see that way who was where.
Yeah, Michetta and French boy were both on team 1. Like, my entire team is there except for me
Okay, Misha,
and French boy. And then I'll drag myself that way.
Okay, is that
That-
correct now?
Those should be the teams.
Merch?
It's okay. Yeah.
Okay, if that is how it was, okay, ready up again. George? And go to your teams. George, ready up.
I knew that.
You sure? Okay, so let's hope the game doesn't crash again. I'm in the lobby. Hey, looks good. So, 1-0 for SUNTZU Weeps as we go into the second battle of, well, round 2 of our show match. Let's see if SUNTZU members can pull it back. Hazu is definitely still confident of himself after winning the round 1 of the show match, 5-0. And he has picked Alpis Graia, as he was the one who picked them up. Let's see how it goes. We are watching from the perspective of Team SUNTZU Weeps this time, which are led by Śmierć, whose nickname is still confusing me because it's new, and then that makes me say Newbird, which has, well, Newbird, so yeah, that is confusing. But anyway, they have deployed 3 people on the E side and 5 people on D side. Three cavalry units here, Vatrus's barbarian infantry supported by Mishet, Nubert charging in through, scouting ahead. Same happening on the left side, although Śmierć is not really scouting, he's going through the forest with Mark, trying maybe for some surprise attacks. French respawn all the way back, and we have already first blood on the right flank as Vatrus routes Hazu. Hazu probably charged in, but well, doesn't go really that well against infantry. Nilbert already behind enemy lines, not showing himself to the enemy, scouting from above from the cliff. Now enters the E point as Vatrus and Mishet are closing in or not. Well, definitely Corin's dogs are coming in. George is in there as well, flanking the force of SUNTZU Weeps on the flag. Pope is under threat, but Śmierć is there to prevent George from finding a charge, but Nex is coming in as well. They have a huge advantage in cavalry here. Pardonom coming in as well. So Pope is in a very much trouble if Pardonom actually goes for him. He might have actually his eyes straight on the A point, or just eliminating Śmierć's cavalry. He goes for Śmierć's cavalry. Archers are still, well, Pope is targeting Kiwi, but now finally getting charged by Nexus as Śmierć cavalry is defeated and freed up the enemy units to go as they please. Pardonom's coming in with another charge, looking to finish Pope or maybe route Astolfo in here. Astolfo should be down for either way. Comes for the charge, runs mostly in the cliff as Pope manages to dodge, but the only dodging option is straight into Nexus's embrace. Meantime, Newbert also find a charge into George's cavalry on top of C point. George is coming in with retaliation though, charges Newbert's cavalry in the back as Newbert kind of fails his charge and runs into a cliff mostly and his unit. Vatras and Mishet have managed to push forward all the way to E, as E has been flipped apparently for a while and unflipped by the red team. But that is still a little bit of a good point gain for SUNTZU Weeps, as they have gotten some points from that, or just prevented members from getting points from E. C is unlocked in 20 seconds as cavalry fights over it. Pope is retreating to his base. The healing zone is over here at A, but A is getting quite overrun by Fox God as he chases down French boys' Javelin, supported here by Parnum's Foxes and Rainsfire Foxes. That is a lot of Foxes coming through and pouring into the A point. So Pope and French boy need to be fast on reaching that healing point. But cavalry of Śmierć comes in onto C, and that will be 3 units of cavalry capping C as soon as George dies in here. Not going to last for much longer. C is now being captured by 3 units, and let's see if SUNTZU members can come in time to prevent the capture of that point. Śmierć is just meandering around to avoid Kiwi's javelin fire, but that point is going to go his way. No one there to prevent him from capturing it. Pope has respawned, French boy is coming in as well to heal, but lack of any infantry or cavalry for that matter. No melee units to prevent the enemy foxes of just straight up going for the range units. But as I said that, Mark has respawned, so he'll be able to provide that protection. Śmierć is coming in as well, and enemy SUNTZU members, Oaksmen, are retreating into the forest. So Whips with already 100 points advantage as they have captured C, and they're looking strong at point E as well. Though we only see Hazu, I'm sure there is a little bit more there. Hazu is retreating as he's being chased by Mishet, Javelin and Nuber's cavalry. That is 6 units that can cap E very quickly. Dogs are not going to prevent capture themselves, but SUNTZU decide against it and run away from these dogs, as Colin recalls them. That might have been a suicidal charge, but I think they could have captured point E under such circumstances, but they call against it as they go all the way back to regroup around A and C area, but they lack vision. They don't see a single enemy unit at the moment as SUNTZU members hold the watchtower. But that watchtower is not going to give them a lot. They're still bleeding points. C is going to be off lockdown in 2 seconds, but Astolfo is coming in there to tall grass, which is not going to help against the watchtower, but he is going to protect the point and probably deploy his favorite stakes and barricades. Nexus may be forced off the watchtower soon as a lot of archers and foxmen are approaching. Yep, they give up the watchtower. He runs away. Astolfo doesn't have a testudo, so Kiwi is going to deal a lot of damage to him as Nexus is coming in as well, but charging Roman infantry frontal yes cavalry is not the best of ideas. Corin is also coming in to C. Nubert might be sneaking in, maybe going for that E or just some reflanks. Hazu still are somewhere around there. His cavalry is definitely here, but Śmierć finds a beautiful charge together with Nubert, both piling on Kiwi, and those javelin are obliterated. Pope is also providing his support with archers from the top of that watchtower, and now they control both C and watchtower just right above it. Parnum sneaking from behind, but Mark is there to prevent him from charging into Pope. Pope is really nicely defended by Astolfo and Mark. That is 6 ranged units that they need to protect. Hazu and Parnum are trying to find a charge into them. French boy might not be in trouble as Astolfo is still behind his own barricade. Those archers are pouring in some nice damage on Fogscott and Parnum, who are closing in with their pikes. Cavalry is already engaging, cut down by Mark. Sneaky charge right, slipping right between Astolfo and Mark's foxes, fighting in there, attacking Pope and French boy. Foxcott is coming in from the other side, and there is no infantry to hold him there. Astolfo is coming in, but a little bit late. Pope is retreating, but he's very much confined to a very tiny space against Parnum's cavalry. May still be able to dish out some damage. That is definitely going to be largely diminished as they don't have enough melee force around that area. B is also being contested right now. George has managed to get in there. The point may have been flipped. That is very difficult to tell at the moment, as there is no UI indication of whether or not it was unflipped. But it must have been flipped, because otherwise it would have been all the way back already. So Team Weeps is going to recapture B and lock it down for 130. That is going to give them some breathing room and possibly retaliation towards E. But Nubert is not going to E. He is going all the way back to the huge fight over in the middle, over that hill. C is nicely secured for Team Weeps at the moment by some stakes in there, and Butcher's infantry still helping and defending it. Hazu catches Astolfo. He manages to deploy Pike Phalanx despite already looking as he was engaged. Astolfo should have right-clicked on him most likely. But thanks to that C point, they have a really nicely placed healing zone, and Pope, Nubert and Vatras are healing back up, although Vatras cannot respawn, his 2 units are still fighting there.
The enemy has lost a capture
C is being contested, so it doesn't provide any points. D is being sneaked by Schmirch, really nice choice. Mark is chasing Volksgott, but Schmirch needs to turn around and stop Foxy from contesting it. Mark is doing that with his charge. He's unable to catch Volksgott. Volksgott should now charge in and prevent D from being captured, at least for the time being. Schmirch actually using charge to try to run away from Volksgott. Now he's managed to get a right flank on him, and that unit is disappearing. And D should be flipped for Team Weeps. Next is going back, but he is too late. Now he'll be surrounded by Astolfo, Marks, and Noob and Schmirch's units. Schmirch also coming in after Kiwi. Miss Micro here, probably busy somewhere else on the map, as his unit is cut down by javelins pretty quickly and convincingly. So Team members have managed to flip C. Oh, but Pope's beautiful barrage now lands straight into Kiwi, and Kiwi has lost most of his HP. And again, capturing D gives Team Weeps another very nicely placed healing zone. And again, members have managed to capture C, so they have a nice healing zone for themselves as well. Speaking of which, E has also been captured, sneaked by Nubert and Mishet after they have recaptured B. And that's another very forward placed spawning zone. As the only spawning zone team members still have is the one provided by C. That is going to be there for at least 50 more seconds, but possibly not for much longer. George manages to catch Nubert a little bit, but Nubert runs away and he can turn around for his own charge. Mishet possibly caught off guard. Pardonom is eyeing him, already charging in. But that charge will largely miss. Yep, just slightly touching Mishet, but it is still enough to deal some damage to him. Nubert unblobbing, getting Pardonom off guard, but the charge is slightly misaligned. Pardonom slips through, and now he'll try to find a charge into Mishet as he succeeds. Lands into scout troops, but those scout troops, well, not on the right side. So Mishet is on the run, chased by a lot of Pardonom's cavalry. Nexus is chipping in as well with his own cavalry as he's being very largely slowed down by scout troops. But now he's walked over them and he's able to charge and finish Mishet off. That being said, Team Weeps is still largely behind, and they're capturing E back. They flipped it, and there is no beambers close by to prevent them from getting E back. And there we go. Weeps have secured E. D, they're all slightly contested, but it is very heavily controlled by Team SUNTZU members. Or Weeps. Got it wrong way. Sorry for that. So Weeps are looking strong, led by Schmirch. Already won the previous battle. And has to speak of Alpis Graia is not going well for him as Schmirch obliterates the unit of George. Well, French boy has been caught up by Hazu here. Hazu now is being set on fire in his phalanx and cannot lift for the time being. That being said, he is also returning a lot of damage towards Astolfo. But French boy's Gelman support makes sure that Hazu disappears. Givi is also focusing Astolfo instead of going for French boy's Gelman, possibly that huge fire standing in his way. As Givi now runs away, trying to heal up, but Mark is trying to not allow it. Hazu responds his 2 units with his spikes, and Mark is forced to switch his target, and he eyes keep these 2 units. Although 1 key unit survived, so as it heals, it will recall these 2 units. So it will actually be wisely not to finish them off at the moment. But they robbed anyway, probably intimidated by foxes. And that is both units respawn here. The one was slightly late to die, so we'll need to wait. Nexus finds nice charge into French Boy, but it's not strong enough and is immediately punished by Mark's ISIS. Foxes. C is getting contested. Parthenon now pours in together with Vatras, fighting against each other. Has is coming in with his spikes, going through stakes, not suffering much damage as those are infantry stakes. So the contest go on, but it is not. Ooh, really nice fire by Vatras again, burning spikes really nicely. Parthenon surrounded, but under Iron Discipline. No, Iron Discipline's out, but it's still not enough to rout him. Another flame needs to be applied. Corin comes in to help Parthenon though, and with his triple dogs and fully respawned handlers, they will be able to secure C for Team SUNTZU Mimbers. So Mimber is looking for a way back in the game. They're already capturing D, getting D back. B has also been flipped just now, and now it is advantage in point gain to SUNTZU Mimbers. So the match may still very well be turned around. But Weaves are still looking quite strong, and we have to remember that the battle is on a timer of some sorts, and after the timer ends, well, the battle is over prematurely, sadly, but that is how it works. So I guess early advantage in points is a really good investment. But speaking of points, 3.9 point gain for SUNTZU Mimbers at the moment, so only 1 point per second for Team SUNTZU Weeps. So Weeps still convincingly ahead by 1000 points though, as Astolfo is contesting D, preventing them from getting point gain from that. Though D hasn't been flipped yet, it's still under control of SUNTZU Mimbers technically, but after that unit of Astolfo dies, it will be captured and logged down for 130. SUNTZU Mimbers are using all the units they have to pour in back, force SUNTZU Weeps onto back foot. Mished is unprotected, he has only his own cow troops to rely on as Parthenon sees them and runs around them, runs slightly into them, charges and completely misses that charge. That means Mished is surrounded either way by Nexus and Parthenon units. Is going to be cut down, but Pope managed to escape. He will go back, be able to heal as SUNTZU Weeps look to reorganize, and the battle ends. And that is actually a very difficult call, because Mimbers have started looking strong. They held control of 4 points to just 1, and the battle could really have went either way. So it is a difficult call. Both teams could have easily won that, and we simply have no way of knowing, because lobbies are bugged, and they have some sort of a timer. I imagine this is still a 15-minute timer that we know from the previous game mode. That will explain it. Well, I'll go back and see the VOD and see if the map actually lasted 15 minutes. But that is likely the case. Well, we'll see. And maybe we'll go for a decider on Passage of Augustus. Okay, this one is difficult to call because, well, SUNTZU Weeps were ahead, but Mimbers were getting really nicely back, controlling 4 points.
We were ahead.
Agreed. It's 15 minutes. It closes exactly on 15.
Yeah, that's what also I have observed just now.
So they just haven't changed the timer?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it is most likely the timer from the previous game mode that is still there.
Probably they never thought that no one will be playing custom battles, so they didn't touch it.
Thanks,
No, we
yeah.
did.
Yeah, they probably literally haven't been touched since Wargame.
Not testing one of the features of their own game, yeah. Just throw it in, yeah, sure, it will work. No reason to test that. Anyway, so I suggest we have one last match on Passage of Augustus, since that is the map that is finishing quite quickly. One last battle on Passage of Augustus, and then we are over, and we still have 2 hours to go for random battles.
But wouldn't it be a great thing to end the end the whole tournament on a draw.
Yes.
Both sides win.
Everybody wins, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was actually just such a game.
People just don't want to play the war, but don't want to literally admit it.
Yeah, sure. Fine. A very anticlimactic ending, but also very nice ending of a draw. And everybody wins, right?
Participation award.
Participation.
Thanks EA for not
Except towards
testing the
that-
game.
Alright guys, have a good time. It was a lot of fun. I have to go. See you around.
Bye.
Cheerio.
Anyway, for the closing of this show match event, I would still like to interview the captains, so I'll invite you guys to our commentator room. Yes, Schmier, since you're one of the captains. Yeah, and then we can go into some random battles.
Thanks, George.
The other guys are already go. Feel free to go.
Jason.